閉じたら落ちてくガラスの迷路ひび割れた公園まだ消えないまま藤た記憶誰かの夢にすり替わる名前さえ今奪われてく聞こえるか胸の奥できしむ鎖の叫び逃げないで選ぶんだ自分だけの芯を一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を上書きしてくささやく嘘切り裂きながら覚めないなら夢を燃やせ一つ操られたスターに君の本と響かせてかけ違えたストーリー今塗り替えてゆけ黒いタイピン運命に鼓動が刺さる笑うシステム感情を食らう震えた指でログアウト先を探してるでも君の手が確かにここにある忘れるな偽物でも選ぶ痛みはリアル奪えない願いだけが最後のパスワード一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を上書きしてくささやく嘘切り裂きながら覚めないなら夢を燃やせ一つ操られた明日に君の本と響かせてかけ違えたストーリー今塗り替えてゆけ必殺君の声で暗いスクリプトを壊して一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を更新してく挟むく影抱きしめながら傷ついても夢を離すな一つ操られた未来君と一緒に飛び越えて交差してくストーリー今始まりに帰ろう
All right. Shout out to everybody. Welcome to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right. We are live, boys. We are live. We are live. We are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do that, boys, you got to bring it in. Listen, guys, it's the best day of the week. It's the best day of the week, ladies and gentlemen. It's Friday, boys. We got to hug it out. It's Friday. It's Friday, man. We got to hug it out. Listen, there is no denying the hugs on Friday. That is not allowed. All right, that is literally impossible. You cannot deny it whatsoever. You need to embrace every single hug that's in the chat. Even if they're trying to touch your booty hole, just embrace the hug. I don't care if you don't want to, Sonia. Embrace the hug and listen very closely. If you guys are watching over on YouTube, like the stream. Do it now. Right now. And if you guys are watching, how is that gay? What? Just take a breath. Gay. There you go. Kind of like Gold Dust in a way. Remember what he used to do? Now, he was gay. That was pretty gay. Guys, if you're watching over on Rumble, like the stream. Do it now. Now. Right now. And if you guys are watching anywhere else, that's impossible. And to be honest, you're most likely gay. Let's be real.
You are gay!
That's right, boys. That's right. Guys, can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking? What are we checking today? Well, I mean, aside from it being Friday and being literally the best day ever, let's be real. Friday, best day ever. Friday is the best day ever. It's especially the best day ever because tomorrow, and I'm so excited about this, tomorrow we're going to be playing Palworld for the first time ever. Yes, that's right. That deserves its own cheer. That's right. We're going to be playing Palworld for the first time ever. I'm so excited, man. I've been waiting. Guys, I've been waiting years for this shit. I've been waiting. I don't even know how long. I don't even know how long it's been. I've been waiting a long fucking time to play Palworld 1.0. Super excited, man. We're going to be playing with SNH tomorrow after Saturday Night Hypnosis. So make sure to catch that stream. Don't miss that stream. Otherwise, you're going to regret it. Because usually crazy shit goes down anytime we have SNH plays. So definitely get in. Tired King says that's you. Everybody else already played it. Wow. All right. Well, I guess, you know. Well, there goes that excitement. You know, just fuck me, I suppose. All right. Well, there's that. There's that, Tiger King. There's that. Well, you know. Typical Tiger King. Gotta hate everything. I'm just kidding. I don't give a fuck, boys. All right, listen, guys. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, boys. It's Friday. How many am I going to try to kill? A lot, probably. Honestly, probably a lot. What else are we checking? Catch your pal with your balls check? Why am I checking that? Why am I checking that? Vampire hummingbird? That's an interesting check. I don't know where that's coming from. Target King is a hater check? Definitely. Definitely. Yeah, it's Friday, so be nice to Sonya. Do not be nice to Sonya. To Sonya, oh my god. To Sonya, make sure every single super chat is a weird number. Like, instead of just donating $5 or $10 or whatever, donate like $5.72 or like $4.83 or something like that. Ball and gun gamers are not real gamers. Definitely not. id Software update check. Yeah, we gotta check that out. There's a lot of updates we got today, boys. We got a lot we got to talk about, man. Make 3 cents? Absolutely. Nintendo fuming check. Nintendo hates this day. This day right here, Nintendo hates this day. This is what they tried to stop from happening for the last like 2 years now. It's insane. Guys, before I restart the TTS, ESG scores are at their maximum. We're fully funded. Like the stream. Right now. Right now. Guys, we're going to do the Bigot Army roll call. Let's see who is in the chat right now hanging out with us on this beautiful Friday. It's a gorgeous Friday as you're liking the stream, probably playing Palworld. I mean, I'm looking at my friends list, bro. Guys, you guys are cracked out on Palworld. I mean, there is like, looking at my friends list right now, can I even count everybody who's playing Palworld? Nope. The fucking list is unbelievably long. Jesus Christ, man. You guys are cracking out on Palworld. You love to see it. You love to see it. Hey, yo, what's this? Pregnant wizard now? Why? No. Listen, this lore needs to stop. You know what? Guys, I spared you the other day, okay? Let me show you. Hold on. Wait a fucking sec. I spared you the other day. All right? Because, you know, me and Wizard, we played Gears of War. Right, we played Gears 5, which didn't go very well, by the way, because the Xbox servers just were completely shit. But that's a whole nother story. We were playing Gears 5 the other day, and I want to show you what the potential thumbnail could have been for Gears 5. All right, I'm gonna show you exactly what it could have been. All right, you guys want to talk about gay? Let me show you this real quick. So look at this. So this was the thumbnail, right? This was the thumbnail for Gears 5, okay? And this thumbnail is pretty badass. I gotta admit, man. Like, it's you know, you can make all the gay jokes, but it's pretty badass, right? I think this is a pretty badass thumbnail. Not gay enough. It's cool, right? Yeah, it's cool. It's a pretty decent thumbnail, right? Pretty decent. Anyway, so like this is the thumbnail that I chose, right? But the thumbnail that I could have went with, if I really wanted to.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
I could have went with this one. Honestly, considering we got all the gay jokes anyway, I should have just went with this one. I should have just... Why did I make Wizard a jinx? No, you don't understand. You don't understand. Wizard is known for his DSLs, okay? The question is, why do you still have it? Well, for research purposes. Clearly. You know why I still have it? No. The reason why I still have it in all seriousness is because Wizard has been making a whole bunch of like crazy AI pictures of basically the entire crew. And he, like, at any moment, you guys know on SNH, this motherfucker will pull out like 20 different pictures in all kinds of ridiculous, like, it's insane. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to start collecting my own. This is my first one. DSL Wizard is a real thing. It's official. You know what I'm saying? So that's, he beat you in that regard? Yeah, he definitely does, Yamato. He definitely does. But this definitely could have been, the thumbnail, but I chose not to. I chose to go with the standard badass one, and that's what it is. That's what it is, boys. All right. Anyway, with that being said, boys, let's do Big Army roll call. Let's see who's in the chat right now, hanging out with us on this beautiful Friday. What them lips do though, bro? Really? Relax, Tarnished Gamer. All right, who's here, man? We got Jumpy9. What's going on, Jumpy9? How you doing? Dylan B. Shout out to Dylan B. We got Exodus Council. What's going on, dude? Limitless Andre is in the chat as well. We got Mr. Melancholy in the chat. We got Black Tailgate in the chat as well. We got Monkey Man 04. What's going on, bro? We got Sweetie Squad in the chat also. Oh, by the way, guys, later tonight, we're going to be playing some Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. We started last night. I didn't get to do a Grifcast today at 5. Unfortunately, I was very busy, so we're going to do it tonight. So come hang out and be pirates with us. Be pirates with us, motherfucker. Alucard's in the chat. What's going on, Alucard? How you doing? We got Dragon in the chat as well. Tinfoil Hater is in the chat. We got Jay Sims is here. Zombie Hunter is here. Joe Valentine is here. Marius is here. What's going on, man? We got Yamato85. We got Setsuda Shadow in the chat as well. We got Hanny in the chat. We got Toxin in the chat. Real life fake DSLs? Oh no, those are real. Those are absolutely real. Those are real. Nick Havoc in the chat. What's going on, man? Exodus. Oh, I already called him out. Shout out to Exodus anyway. Who cares? Exodus, what's going on, bro? With Jay Sims. Deidre Conics in the chat. Ron DFK. Everybody touch the hat. We got Mornblade 626. Just take a breath is in the chat. We got Felsteph is here. Dev versus Code is here. Green Lotus is here. Joel Jimenez, what's going on, dude? We got Beautiful Zexel is here. What's going on, brother? We got Signo in the chat. We got Pokerace in the chat. We got fucking Dingus. What a strong name is in the chat. We got Tiger King, the ultimate hater, in the chat as well. We got who else? Let me scroll down. We got Dylan B in the chat. Stop questioning my research purposes, all right? Stop questioning it. Don't, you know, just let it be. Let it be. We got Blair Warlock in the chat. What's going on, Blair? How you doing? We got Green Lotus. We got, let me scroll down. Damn, it's going way too fast. Hold on. It just refreshed on me. No, wait. We got Future Ambient in the chat. We got No Hearts Left. No, we're not on a date. Stop saying we're on a date. We're not on a date. Stop. We got, who else? Fourth Wall Guy in the chat. We got Millennia in the chat. Says, sup, been a while. What's going on, motherfucker? Welcome back. We got Matthew saying, hello, please. We got a kicking Dadits in the chat. What's going on, dude? We got Moon Doggy Style in the chat. What's going on, brother? We got Timothy in the chat as well. Shout out to Timothy. How you doing, man? D. Smith is here. Zombie Hunter is here. We got the Elemento, the Shadow. What the? Why is your name so long, dude? Jesus. He's here. Shout out to Elemental, Hero, Shadow, etc., etc., etc. We got Sun God. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. You're not sneaky. You're not sneaky. Shout out to Sun God. And let's call out 4 more people. 4 more people that we got to get on with the show, boys. 4 more people. Who is here? Let's check Rumble. Rumble, what do we got, man? Sonya is the first one over on Rumble. Shout out to Sonya. We got Crash Collins in the chat over on Rumble. We got Denarier over there on Rumble. We got, let me scroll down, Viovis over there on Rumble. Shout out to Viovis, man. PC Explosion over there on Rumble as well. What's going on, dude? We got Sargon over there on Rumble. Who else is there? Denarier over there on Rumble. What's going on, dude? And last but not least, we got Face over there on Rumble. Razas over there on Rumble. Fluffy Murder Machine is also there on Rumble. And Torinol is over there on Rumble as well. All right, boys. Dark Exile, what's going on over there on Rumble also? Guys, Kurakami's there too. We got to call out as many people as we possibly could. But it's now time to sacrifice your fellow Bigot Army member. And we got to send somebody to the HR meeting. Listen, man. At the end of the day, as much as I love you guys, some of you been fucking naughty, all right? All these gay super chats calling me and Wizard gay and shit. Listen, I reported you to HR, and it's now time to sacrifice your fellow Bigot Army member. Send somebody to the HR meeting. Who is going to go? Let's see. We're going to find out. Let's see who actually ends up getting tagged in the chat. Pick one to Gooberbait. All right, well, we'll see. All right, Scampus is the first one sacrificing. Says he's protected by emojis to go down with a chancleta. Wow, it ends up going to Sonya!
Holy shit.
What's the chances that the chancleta ends up hitting Sonya? That's crazy. That's crazy. Sonya, if you didn't want to go, you should have protected yourself, woman. God, I swear, man, women have zero survival instincts. Zero. They think they could just yell. You know what I mean? They think they could just yell into the ether, and that's magically going to make shit happen or not happen. It's unbelievable. Congratulations, Sonya. You're going to the HR meeting.
Please, I beg you, don't do this. I didn't mean it.
Sit your bigot butt down in the chair so we can tell you how racist you are, you disgusting chud.
It's a shame. You guys sent our own mod to the HR meeting. That's crazy, man. That's absolutely insane. But you know what? That's kind of expected, so it is what it is. Boys, we got a lot we got to talk about. In all seriousness, man, listen up. Listen up. All right, listen up. Today's been an interesting day. All right, we're going to talk about how PlayStation is demanding that you eat the dookie. All right, you got to eat the dookie. That's right, boys. Listen, PlayStation, we got to go over a couple of things, okay? First and foremost, we're going to go over something that was mentioned by the EU commissioner, because I find it all to be very interesting, the collaborative effort that's going on globally to see this through. And how there are people out there that just don't really want to even bother having the conversation, or they feel like they don't want to be on the losing side or whatever the case may be. So they're just like immediately shitting on the people that are out there trying to essentially fight against PlayStation, which I think is crazy, right? Because again, I've said this before, even though I'm a PC player, I will always rather be on the side of the consumer than rather be on the side of like corporate dick licking. You know what I'm saying? So I just find that all to be very interesting. And we're going to talk about the EU commissioner. Because according to what he said, he doesn't believe that the EU can stop Sony from ending physical games either. Because I know a lot of people were saying that perhaps the EU would have a little bit more strict laws that might prevent something like this. Because they're usually a little bit more consumer friendly in that regard. But looks like that's not going to happen. So we're going to talk about that and see exactly what he said. Because it's all very interesting stuff. Not only that, We're also going to talk about how their community notes are still through the roof. They are getting completely destroyed on their own social media. The ratios are through the roof as well. And everybody is constantly trying to use Black Ops as a means to say, well, everybody gave up already, so you should give up. Right? Like people keep trying to use the Black Ops thing as a means to try to convince you that you should stop doing what you're doing. Like, you might as well just stop abandoning PlayStation because, other people bought... Guys, it's not even about that. And they know it's not about that. People don't realize that realistically, boycotting Sony and making them lose like that is near impossible. But that's not what it's about. It's about showcasing people that they have options and other options they can actually explore successfully. And so many people are now exploring that options that never were before. And I find that to be a win more than anything. I don't give a fuck about Sony and PlayStation. I already know that a lot of the people that are on that platform just love being in that like ecosystem. And that's fine. They love it. They don't really care. But for me, it's like it's more so about giving the people who never thought they had an option before and making them realize that they actually have those options. And there's a lot of people that are realizing that now. A lot of people. So I find that to be a win. But listen, at the end of the day, there are going to be people out there that just always want to take the easy route. They don't necessarily want to fight or even conversate, right? Like, it's not like I'm necessarily fighting. I'm more so bringing the conversation to light and trying to make sure that as many people see it as possible so that people realize they have options. But some people don't even want to do that. They just want to just make fun of you and just shit on you and be like, oh, look at the little loser boycotting PlayStation. It's like, okay, I guess. But anyway, so we're going to talk about all that because it's all very interesting stuff. We're also going to talk about Xbox. You guys brought up a story yesterday. That I had remembered seeing something because like I haven't like been following the story too much. I'm talking about the H-1B visas that Microsoft was accused of basically firing the 3,000 however many people from Xbox so that they could bring in another 5,000 foreign workers to work at Xbox. And it's been like kind of debunked, kind of not debunked, mostly debunked for the most part. We're going to go over today. We're going to go over today and talk about what's actually going on and if it may or may not affect Xbox in any kind of magnitude whatsoever. We got to talk about Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I was going to give my impressions on Black Flag, but I'm going to hold off. Because I usually like to play the game for quite a bit longer than I got to last night. I only got about 2 hours into it. I want to play the game a little bit more, but I'm going to talk about other stuff related to Black Flag. I'm going to talk about the DLC conversation happening right now. I'm going to talk about how glitchy the game is. And overall, I'm going to talk about the reception of the game. And especially, I'm going to talk about the comparison to Assassin's Creed Shadows. Because I don't know if you guys noticed on their social media, but Ubisoft has completely changed their strategy and how they're talking about this game. And it just brings to light everything that I ever said about Shadows. Everything that I ever said about Shadows, it brings to light exactly what I've been saying for what feels like over a year now. So we're going to talk about that as well, boys. We got God of War Laffy Taffy news. We got to go over. What else we got, man? We got, let me scroll. Oh, Palworld. We got to talk about Palworld. Palworld has completely exploded. Not surprisingly, just huge right now. And we also got to talk about how the Assassin's Creed Black Flag resynced video game, even though it's doing very well right now monetarily, it doesn't matter because Ubisoft has fired the developers that made the game. Wow. It's unbelievable. And not only that, boys, but we also got to talk about how it's been reported. Yes, really, Sweetie Squad. I'm not kidding. I'm 100% legit. I'm not kidding. Here. Where is it at? I had it over here somewhere. Yeah, no, they fired him. Yeah, right. Like, this is not how I imagined it would end. Ubisoft to lay off Assassin's Creed Black Flag resync developers at its Barcelona studio, with one calling the remake's release bittersweet. Ouch. So, we'll get into that because it's pretty insane. And we're also going to talk about, I really want to make time for this story. We're going to talk about the rise of Steam, right? Because it's been reported that this year already, all right, we're not even, are we officially halfway? I guess we're a little over halfway. Yeah, we're over halfway. So over halfway into 2026, and Steam has reportedly made already almost $12 billion, or it's like 11 million and change, something like that. Steam has made almost, let's just say like 11.5, almost $11.5 billion, a little over halfway through the year. So they're on track to essentially destroy their $18.5 billion number from last year. Yeah, billion with a B. With a B. Private company Steam and their ever-growing player base with over 200 million active users, dwarfing PlayStation. PlayStation, you know, it's so funny because this whole decision to essentially give up, you know, physical media, all you're doing is you're giving it all the way to your competition. But again, I know they don't view Steam as their competition, because for them, they view Xbox as their only competition, because they have plenty of people in their ecosystem to be able to profit off of. So they don't care. Like if they go from 120 million to 110 million, they don't give a fuck. But you know, those 10 million, if they go somewhere else, they go to PC or whatever, they don't care. They probably should care though. They probably should, because the thing is, eventually what's going to happen is the money's going to run dry from your pay pigs, and you're going to have to keep training new pay pigs in order to try to keep your company afloat. But anyway, we'll kind of see. We'll talk about it. Yeah, I know, but PC has no exclusives. Where? I know, Hamar. I know. All right, guys, so we got a lot of topics to go over. We got a lot of topics. Here's what we're going to do. Membership train, pre-stream legends, content. Boys, it's Friday. Can we celebrate Friday? It's the day before SNH tomorrow. We got Palworld tomorrow after SNH. It's going to be a crazy weekend. Boys, can we celebrate a Friday? Can we light up the chat? I don't know. I'll let you guys. Yeah, it's going to be a good stream. UK Nights is already starting. Holy shit, boys. Membership train. Let's go. Get on the train. Get on the train.
The membership.
Get on the train. Let's go.
Lights up, first spark, first flame, name after name, rushing down the frame. Midnight Court, Hypnocast alive.
Thank you again, UK Night, for becoming a member on your own. I appreciate that.
Every ping's a promise we keep. From the
Debo snatching chains. Debo threw a membership out there on YouTube. Thank you, Debo. King Demon Wing dropped 10 memberships at the beginning of the stream. Thank you, King Demon Wing. I appreciate that. Raza and Fluffy Murder Machine dropped memberships on Rumble. Thank you, guys. Dan Araya dropped a membership on Rumble. Thank you, sir. That's right. That's right. Shout out to you guys. Amazing membership train. You clapped all the cheeks in the chat. We got a lot of gray people in this chat because we got a lot of new subs. That's why. That's why. Guys, today's video that I released is at like 40,000 views. I don't know what's happening. I have no idea what's happening. All I know is, yeah, we're just gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. Like the video the other day hit like 143,000. Today's video is at like 40,000. It's probably gonna cross 100 by tomorrow. I don't know, man. I don't know. You guys are awesome. I appreciate everything. The support has been amazing. Genuinely. Yeah. That's why we got so many great names. But hey, welcome in the stop the slow cop. Stop. Okay, but here's the part where we scare away the new people. Here's the part where we scare away the new people. You guys ready? You guys ready? I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh boy. Here we go.
I have to agree with it, Sweetie S Squad. PS CEO is pretty dare if he thinks no one was looking at FTC data when he sold his shares.
Yeah, true.
CEO told on himself.
Exodus, thank you for the 20. I appreciate that. And yes, I agree.
PlayStation demands Slop. Ubisoft fire BF.
The narrator's talking.
Palworld destroys. Scampersaur Chewy appearance.
Can you stop
Body
talking?
pillows when?
Never!
Find out on Hypnocast.
I am never doing body pillows. We're never selling
What do you
body
call
pillows.
an introverted Latino at a 70s party? Hispanic at the disco.
Don't ever tell that joke again.
I got
Thank you for
suspended
the
from
20.
Twitter today for inauthentic activity. What does that even mean, man? Only made few posts on PlayStation's videos.
It means that you weren't authentic enough for X, which I don't really know what that.
If Hypnotic
thank you for the
was
5.
the
What the fuck
wizard
is
in the
what the
relationship
what the
because he makes wizard staff completely disappear on a nightly basis.
Whoa! No!
Weird numbers, super chat
I'm not
check.
thanking you for that. I'm not thanking you for. I'll thank you.
Palworld,
Kick it down. Thank you for the
only game I
273.
know of that was saved by the U.S. Patent Office.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Secret
I
Final
asked
Boss. Thank you for the
Mama
5.
if I should be embarrassed
Bro.
about my low IQ, and she told me things could be worse. I
What?
could have born a Puerto Rican.
Wow!
Is Hypno and
Wow!
Wizard's honeymoon together in Gears?
No,
Your tuber
no.
model barely moves.
What do you want me to do? This all day? You want to break my fucking neck? Thank you for the 2. I appreciate that. What do you mean it barely moves? You want to know why? Because we're stiff, boys. We're stiff like a fucking rock. You hear that? Let me zoom in. We're hard as a rock. That's right. That's right. We're stiff. We are stiff. That's what it is. Yeah. You know? Stiff. Hey, yo. No, stiff for Wizard? No. No, we are not stiff.
Female pals is growing.
What? What
I
super
better
chat
go
was
with
that?
Sonya checks mirror can't leave Sonya alone.
Thank you for the 499. Green Lotus with the 10. Thank you, sir. No, you can't leave Sonya alone. Brother. Are you really singing about eating dookie? Are you fucking serious right now? Are you You're seriously singing about eating dookie? You're gonna scare off the new people. You're gonna scare up. Shut up! You're gonna scare off the new people.
I found my old PS4
Thank you for the
Pro
5.
today. So it is set as the primary PS4 on
Yo,
my account,
thank you for the 50.
which lets me play all my previously downloaded digital games offline without needing to go online.
Nice.
My PS4 Slim is the secondary and has the issue I mentioned yesterday.
Got it. So the secondary is
You
the one
say
that gets
you're
felted.
stiff,
I
but
got
your
it.
knees are cracking.
Hey, yo, wait, no, that's it's Alex. Relax. Don't no. I'm old, but I'm not Alex old. Let's relax, okay? He's the one with the cracking knees, okay? He's the one with the cracking knees. 16-bit dude. Thank you for the $50 mega banger, bro. Holy shit, I appreciate that, my man. Shout out to 16-bit dude holding it down like a legend. That's at least it's good that the old one works because you saw that it was set as the primary, so that's good. But yeah, it kind of sucks about the secondary one. But I appreciate it. Thank you, 16-bit dude. Shout out for the $50 mega banger. I could use a new model though. I want to get a new model, but I also don't want to pay an Asian person $3,000 fucking dollars to do everything that I want them to do. You know what I'm saying? No, one day I'm going to. One day I'm going to more anime style this model. But for now, we're just going to have to rock out with our cock style. You know what I'm saying? Adair Soto, thank you for the 2. I appreciate that, my man. My knees do not crack. Not yet. Not yet. Just use Claude, bro. No, I want to.
When you say Habibi,
what?
Not only are you a furry Puerto Rican,
wow.
Now you're speaking Muslim shiz.
Wow.
My Austrian failed artist heritage wants to start a camp and name it Hypnocast.
Habibi, you gotta relax. You gotta relax. Thank you for the 10. I appreciate that, GDR. Shout out to GDR, man. Thank you, sir. Fucking legend. Can chat fund it to make No. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll just keep doing it. Can chat fund it to make you get it like the poor that you are? Wow, bro. All right, this is why. This is why we can't have nice things.
Yamato 852 celebrates 9 months of membership.
Yamato.
I got me a Steam machine and Switch 2. I have other options. I am gonna show Sony's heel turn take over my fan.
Are you auctioning your thumb? What the fuck did you say? What did she said that she's auctioning her thumb? Or something like that? What the fuck? What kind of language is that? What kind of language is that? Guys, that definitely sounded like she was gonna auction her thumb. It's unbelievable. Listen, man, can I call out the legend, bro? King Demon Wing dropping crazy memberships, man. King Demon Wing with a 10 membership mega banger.
More memberships! More memberships!
That's right.
More memberships!
And considering that's the first one of the stream, you already know what that means. He's making all you gray guys green. Let's go. Shout out to King Demon Wing holding it down. I appreciate that very, very much. Thank you, my good man. We got UK Knight becoming a member on his own. Thank you, UK Knight. I appreciate that, man. That means a lot to me. Thank you, sir. And then Debo snatched a chain. I don't know whose chain that Debo snatched out there, but he snatched somebody's chain. So somebody's missing a chain right now. If you're wearing jewelry, I'll probably check your chain because he definitely snatched you. I didn't catch who got snatched though, unfortunately. But shout out to Debo. Thank you for snatching a chain. Appreciate that. Look at this guy, bro. Look at this fucking guy. With a 469. Look at this. Saying more memberships. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Deidre. Let's check over on Rumble, and then we're going to get on with the show, boys. We're going to get on with the show. What's happening over on Rumble? We got Torino with a 2. Says free with every purchase of Hypno. Wait, what? Hypno brand coffee. 1 Obey the Roast sticker. Buy now. Buy now. Buy now or miss out. Bro, where? Where are they going to buy Hypno coffee? It doesn't exist. It does not exist. Stop convincing people that there's Hypno coffee. They're seriously going to start thinking that it's real. I'm not even... I get comments on my stream sometimes from people that are like, hey, you got coffee? Where can I get one? No! No! Jesus, man. Not yet? Oh, yeah, of course not yet. Yeah, okay. Guys, no coffee. There is no coffee. All right? There's no coffee. Chud Roast was great. You never drank a Chud Roast. Stop lying. Stop lying. Raza gifted a membership over on Rumble. Thank you, Raza. I appreciate that very, very much. Fluffy Murder Machine gifted a membership as well. Thank you, Fluffy. Appreciate that, my man. And then Denarier dropped a membership over there on Rumble as well. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you to Denarier, man. What a fucking legend. Look at this guy. What the fuck is this?
Today, a man with a stutter was convicted and sentenced to life in prison. But his victims are worried he won't finish his sentence.
Are you serious?
You really do need a shirt or hoodie. I'd rock the spiral.
Oh my god. I can't, bro. Guys, I barely have time to breathe these days, let alone have to redesign a fucking merch store, make sure it's legit. Like, I just want to do a good show. That's all I want to do. Nick Havoc, thank you for the 583. Sonia's going to enjoy that one. Appreciate that. And then McKee with a 5. Thank you for that. Maybe one day. Maybe one day, McKee. Maybe one day. You know, I tried the merch thing many years ago. And, you know, I didn't really like, I don't know. I just wanted to focus. I wanted to focus more like on the show. I don't know. We'll see. Breathing is optional. I don't know. Speaking of breathing
Sith,
is optional.
Do it.
What? Did you felt yourself? Wait, we don't have a Sith voice. We don't have a Sith voice. Thank you for the 2, though. Appreciate that. Is that why your knees crack? Oh my God, brother. Listen. First off, relax. Second off, we're gonna get into the content. So thank you guys so much for your support. Appreciate that. Guys, you guys know Leon, right? Leon likes to send us pictures of his cooking because he really takes his cooking very serious. And you know, he got a little felted today. You know, we told him that his cooking is really his dad's cooking.
Justice for Sonya.
Wait, what? Yo! Green Lotus!
Holy shit.
Dude! Green Lotus. We got all these 50 bangers, bro. Nobody's summoning anime waifus. What's going on, man? Green Lotus. He says justice for Sonya. Oh, shit. Sonya. You got a fan, Sonya. You got a fan, Sonya. $50 mega banger. Boys.
Holy shit.
That's insane. Shout out to Green Lotus. Thank you so much for the $50 mega banger. I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate that, my man. Thank you so much. That is legendary. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Sonya says I'm nobody. Oh, stop it. Oh, stop it. Boys, listen. So Leon likes to show us some cooking, right? And so we basically told him that it's not true. Like the steak that he sent us is the steak that his dad actually cooked, not him. Because if you guys don't know, Leon's dad has I don't know what happened, bro. Like Leon's dad is basically Kratos, and Leon is essentially like Atreus, not the black Atreus, but like Loki Atreus. You know what I mean? So he sent us a picture of his steak, and I was like, bro, there's no way you cooked that. Your dad cooked that. So he got a little felted, and I was like, hold on, the kind of steak that you cook. Let me show you the kind of steak you cook. And then I sent him this picture, and he got a little angry. He got a little angry. Right, just a little angry. And I was like, bro, you know it's true. It's absolutely true. This is the kind of steak you make, right? So he wasn't happy about that. And then and then after that, he was like, that's not true. Like the one good thing that I do. And then I was like, well, listen, I got proof. Your dad sent me proof of you making your gay steak. And then this was the other picture that I sent him. Actually kind of how his dad looks too. It's crazy. It's insane. His dad is a Viking. Oh man, we roast each other nonstop. It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, bro. I gotta make one with Wizard. His dad looks like, yeah, his dad does look like that, bro. I'm telling you, his dad is fucking huge, bro. It's insane. It's insane. Anyway. All right, enough of that. Enough of fucking around, boys. Grade 8 with a 4. I didn't read it. I don't know why. Hypno reward for a good job, more work. Thank you. Appreciate that. I know you tried to do it with the Sonya voice, but it didn't work for some reason. I don't know why. Let me X out of this, and let's get into the topics. First and foremost, there's something that I want to check out. Guys, so Echoes of Ankrat. I don't know if I'm saying that right. The Sword Art Online video game that came out recently. It's got mixed reviews on Steam. Something's going on with this game. I don't know if you guys have any news on it. I just wanted to watch the trailer, the launch trailer for the game, because I haven't seen it yet. This game got gifted to me by Mr. Rouge. I do plan on playing this game at some point. But I was shocked to see the reviews being at mixed, and I wonder what's so bad about it? Like what's going on that people are voting mixed reviews. But let's just check it out. I'm gonna just check out the trailer real quick. Weeb trash game? Really? No.
The terrifying monster. It's horrible.
You'll need to level up and enhance your equipment if you want to get stronger.
Ready?
Ready?
We all need to work together and help each other get out of this nightmare.
Bro. That voice acting is so bad, bro. It's so bad, bro. It's like the English, like sometimes the English voice acting is so fucking bad. What game is this? This is Echoes of Ankrat, basically based off the Sword Art Online universe.
Let's show them how well we work together!
Kagwana says, Hypno, it's because the game has limited monsters, limited exploration, empty town, and basically nothing to it. Really? Is it really that bad? That's disappointing. That's actually disappointing if that's the case, man. I mean, I'm gonna play to check it out. And I'm gonna review it at some point, obviously, but
we have to stand and fight.
After all, the stronger the enemy, the greater the challenge!
Yeah, I mean, Yamato, you're right. Like, you know, with an anime style video game, it could be a hit or miss. I feel like I'm a little bit more, I don't know what the word is. I don't know. I'm a little bit more like accepting because I like, so I have a really like strong MMORPG background. So I'm used to like the grind and shit. So anime video games that are like grind heavy or something along those lines, like it turns off a lot of Western gamers, but I actually like that shit. Like I could play that and just grind away for fucking hours and stuff. So, but that voice acting is trash, bro. Usually I could just rock with the English voice acting and just let it be, especially for streams. But that's really bad, you know? Really, really bad. It should have been a hack sign game instead. That would have been cool. That definitely would have been cool. I don't know. I'll check it out, obviously, just to kind of see. I won't be getting to it anytime soon because I got to finish Black Flag and I got to finish Tunic. And there's so many games that are coming out. Kiguana said there's also no co-op. Oh, damn. That sucks. That sucks. You had so many PC issues with AI limit. You know what's crazy? I actually liked AI limit. I liked AI limit. I thought it was pretty decent. But AI limit is a literal, like, I explained this when I was playing it. AI limit to me felt like Dark Souls 1 just reskinned with anime. Like I'm not even kidding. It literally was like, bro, Dark Souls 1, almost like the exact same combat, and then they reskinned it with like anime. You know, like that's essentially. They even had it. Well, not only that, and then like most of the levels are like Blighttown. You know, which is even more annoying. But you know, anyway. But I appreciate it, Mr. Rouge. Thank you again for gifting this. I definitely will check this out at some point pretty soon. But yeah, I'm very surprised that the reviews are so bad. But then again, you just never know these days, man. You never know. Yeah, you enjoyed Sword Art Online as well, but yeah, later seasons fell off. Yeah, that happens. That happens when a franchise overstays its welcome. All right, enough of that. Let's X out of this. Okay. Let's start off. We usually start off with PlayStation because I know that's what people want. But I'm gonna deny you guys just one time, and we're gonna start off with Ubisoft. We're gonna start off with Black Flag because that's a lot of people talking about that game right now. Let me pause the TTS really quick, and let's talk about Black Flag a little bit. We got Black Flag, we got Steam, we got PlayStation to talk about today. It's gonna be busy, boys. You ready? Lock in, lock the fuck in, boys. Lock in. All right. Guys, we gotta talk about Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. We're gonna talk about this game in a multitude of different ways. Number one, we're gonna talk about how the game's performing, because the game is performing pretty decently over on Steam, especially. It beat Assassin's Creed Shadows. It beat Odyssey as well. It just barely missed the 100K mark. The game was at 99,451 concurrent players as of last night. So it just barely missed it. It could still technically maybe reach it because we haven't hit Saturday yet. So maybe Saturday, tomorrow, it'll go over 100K. But as of right now, that's pretty much where it's at. Now, ironically, this game, a lot of people are talking about it in both positive and negative ways. I'm going to personally hold off on my, assessment of it because I've only had about 2 hours with it so far. If you guys want to see my live, thoughts on it, I'm streaming it on Hypnotic Gaming Live. You can check it out. Either watch the playlist or you can catch me live. It's interesting, I'll say the least. There are definitely some glaring problems with this game. One of which is that I feel the combat is so unbelievably stiff in a very awkward way. I don't know. I expected more from a remake, but it feels like I'm playing the older game, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But I just expected something different when it came to the remake, because when I watched the trailers, I felt like the combat wasn't that stiff. And then when I actually got into the game, the animations are pretty bad for a lot of the combat. And then I also feel like he runs really fast. And not only that, I also feel like the parkour is a little stiff too. But anyway, that's besides the point. There are other issues with the game. There's also really good things about the game. But overall, I don't want to give full impressions until I get more time with the game. With all that being said, though, other people have given their impressions about the game already, and a lot of it is negative, but the main reason why it is negative is because the game ended up releasing with over $80 of day one DLC. Now, a lot of people are trying to counter this argument by saying that, most of the DLC, like 80 or 90% of the DLC, you can actually earn in-game by just playing, right? You can use whatever in-game points and stuff, and it might take a little while to grind it out, but you can play and you can get it without having to spend money. But there is that 10 to 20% that you have to spend money with, and of course, like, it has the typical give us $5 and we'll unlock the entire map for you. Typical Ubisoft stuff, Ubisoft, guys, if there's one thing I could say about Ubisoft is that they are so unbelievably formulaic. There is almost, honestly, guys, there is almost nothing between now and like all the way to I don't even know, like the original Watch Dogs. Like there is nothing, almost anything different about the world designs and how they do everything, right? Like at the end of the day, they just do everything the same exact way every single time with a different coat of paint, and sometimes people like the coat of paint more than others, right? But realistically, it's really the same shit, man. It's like very rarely do they change anything. It's the same ideas. So Assassin's Creed Black Flag, people are hitting it for the DLC. They're not very happy with it. The reviews on Steam are getting dogpiled over the microtransactions, and they actually responded, which is kind of shocking to me. Ubisoft responded to the backlash regarding the microtransactions, and the answer that they have is a PlayStation-style answer. They said, well, the standard edition is the full, complete experience of the game. That was their response. They're basically saying, fuck you, give me money, right? Or fuck you, you should be very happy that we at least gave you the supposed full game for the price of $60 or whatever the case may be. That was their answer. And, it makes me wonder, because you guys remember I said before that I feel like Ubisoft was going to be one of those companies that is going to see what Grand Theft Auto is doing, that's going to see what PlayStation is doing, and they're going to goon so hard to it because they can't wait for an all-digital future like that. They can't wait. Like, all these, I'm sure a lot of these studios, these more egregious studios that are all about greed, cannot wait to have that. I mean, for God's sakes, guys, I booted up Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resync, and I'm not even kidding you. 20 to 30 minutes into the game, I'm running around town, and you know what pops up on the right side of my screen? Not a quest marker, okay? Not a character, not a new skill, not any of that. What pops up on the right side of my screen is, hey, little guy, did you know that we have a store? Bro, I literally got an ad, an in-game ad, and they're like, hey, my guy, so we have a store that you could buy a bunch of nice things in. Did you know about that store? Hey, click here if you want to go check out that store. I'm like, dude, man, you gotta be shitting me, brother. So, I mean, listen, but at the end of the day, did I expect that from a Ubisoft game? Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, Ubisoft is fucking cringe, bro, when it comes to that. And they will do everything they can to try to put you in their store as fast as possible. Because the faster they can convince someone to buy from their store, especially when the game is new and early, the more money they're going to make, right? So, realistically, it just felt like I was getting an in-game advertisement. It was the same kind of feeling when I was playing Final Fantasy 15 ages ago, and next thing I know, I see fucking Cup of Noodles on the screen, and I'm like, what are we doing here? Why is there Cup of Noodles here on the screen? You know what I mean? So that's basically it. To look at that stuff and to see it pop up on screen, you're kind of like, wow, okay. It kind of checks out, but it's still annoying, right? So anyway, but I'll give you my full thoughts on the game at another time. So the DLC is a major problem with the game, but overall, the game's doing fairly well. Almost 100,000 concurrent players over on Steam, which is very good. I wouldn't say it's amazing for an Assassin's Creed game, especially since there's another part to this segment that we are going to go over, and that's the fact that the Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resync developers, after releasing the game, are being fired by Ubisoft. They're laying off developers at the Barcelona studio, with one of the developers calling the remake release bittersweet. They said, this is not how I imagined that it would end. So even though the game is doing seemingly fairly well, Ubisoft still fired them anyway because, well, they have bills to pay and they have payroll to save. So they really, this is their thank you. This is their thank you. Like, thanks for releasing this game that we knew a lot of people were going to buy. And now GTFO out of the studio, and we're going to hire people that are half your worth. So before we get into this, though, and look at the layoffs, I just want to focus on this a little bit. 99,000 with, decent Twitch stats. I mean, a lot of people watching the game, so that means there is interest in it. 142,962. It's number 1 top spot for revenue on Steam, which is decent. Number 2 in wishlist activity, which is decent. But again, overall, it's so funny that they are advertising. Have you seen how they're advertising this game? Let me show you something really quick, because I think you guys are going to really like this. I want to bring you back into a time where Mr. Hypnotic was talking about Assassin's Creed Shadows, and all of the shills on social media were trying to tell us that we were wrong because Assassin's Creed Shadows had 1 million players engaged, 2 million players engaged, 3 million players engaged. I think they ended at like 5. I think 5 million players engaged was the number they ended with, right? And that's how they advertised Assassin's Creed Shadows. And that's how they stopped advertising Assassin's Creed Shadows. They were advertising with players engaged. And I kept trying to tell people, anytime a company advertises a non-free-to-play game with players engaged, that means that the game is doing bad. I don't give a fuck what anybody tells you. That is what it means. Because when a company is proud, and I said this too back then, you could go back and check for yourself. When a company is proud, and a company knows that it's selling well, and a company knows that it actually has decent numbers to showcase to the public, they are not going to advertise with players engaged. They're going to advertise with copies sold. And if you remember, Assassin's Creed Shadows, this is the picture from their own account, advertised the game after 48 hours with 2 million players engaged. This is how they advertised their success. Okay? 2 million players engaged after 48 hours. Well, would you look at here? Assassin's Creed, this was literally today. Yes, they blocked me. They blocked me during the Assassin's Creed Shadows era. The official Assassin's Creed account has blocked your boy during the Shadows era. But anyway, it's because I kept doing the Steve Harvey Yasuke memes. They didn't like that. I kept posting it. Like, we was samurai and shit. I kept posting that. They didn't like that, so they blocked me. But anyway, it's fine. It's whatever. It's fine. So Assassin's Creed posted this earlier today, and what do you know? What do you know, boys? Wow. What's that? Brother, what's that? Is that players engaged? Hold on. I'm a little bit blind. Wait, I'm blind. I'm getting old. Hold on, let me see. What's that? Let me zoom in. Oh, so we got 2 million copies sold. Wow. That's real interesting. What changed, Ubisoft? What changed? Why did you change your terminology? Oh, I know what changed. I know exactly what changed. You decided to remake a video game that you knew, I knew, and we all knew was going to sell because a lot of people like Black Flag. So you decided, because you actually have sales this time, you decided to advertise in 24 hours, 2 million copies sold. It took you 48 hours to advertise 2 million players engaged with Assassin's Creed Shadows, but in 24 hours, you're advertising 2 million copies sold with Black Flag because it actually sold. Because it actually sold well, right? I just want you guys to understand, and I want to really drive this point home. If you ever see a company advertise a video game that is a non-free-to-play video game with players engaged, it's because they are trying their best to make the numbers look as good as possible. That is literally it. That is the only reason why you would ever advertise a non-free-to-play game with players engaged, or accounts engaged, or login sessions. Remember they were doing login sessions? Remember Ubisoft was doing login sessions? after the numbers dwindled with Assassin's Creed Shadows, and they were like, yeah, the Assassin's Creed franchise has seen the most login sessions that it's ever seen in its recent history. It's like, bro, you're so terrible. Stop. Nobody's believing you. So I count this as a win, and I count this as vindication for my argument against players engaged. I count it as a win because this is them admitting to me that Shadows did not sell. The only numbers that we ever actually officially got from anybody was Circana and Alinea Analytics. And both of those companies misrepresent their numbers drastically. Drastically. And they're all estimates, right? Especially Alinea Analytics. They're all estimates. This was an actual official announcement from Ubisoft, so there is no denying it from them or anybody else. 2 million copies sold. Gee, I wonder why they got so much confidence all of a sudden. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to bring that up because, you know, I remember that earlier, and I'm like, I saw this post, and I'm like, wait a second, 2 million copies sold? Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way, bro. 2 million copies sold, a little sussed, you know? Now all of a sudden we're changing language? Okay, that's interesting. So anyway, now that we kind of went over that, let's go over the actual layoffs because, man, apparently people are getting laid off by this particular, at this particular studio. So apparently they've laid off, Ubisoft has laid off some of the Black Flag Racing developers at the Barcelona studio following the release of the game. Ubisoft Barcelona, one of the development teams behind Black Flag, will be laying off 51 staff by the end of the month, one developer says. In a post on LinkedIn, Isabel Codina Garcia, quality assurance, quality control lead at Ubisoft Barcelona, said yesterday that today is a bittersweet day. She continues, Assassin's Creed Black Flag Racing releases today, the project I've been working on for the past 2.5 years. However, 2 weeks before launch, the whole AC team at Ubisoft Barcelona was informed of a collective redundancy plan. Oh, shit. Bro, can you imagine? Can you guys imagine? You got a video game that you're about to release in 2 weeks, and your company's like, hey, we know you guys, we know you guys are about to release this game. We thank you for your service, but yeah, we're going to fire 51 of you bitches. We're going to fire 51 of you. How's that feel? Thanks for the success. You know what I'm saying? Like it's amazing. Ubisoft doesn't give a fuck. Let me tell you, they don't care. Whether it's, justified or not, they really don't care. They'll use you and spit you right out like it doesn't mean anything. It's actually pretty amazing. She continues that the Assassin's Creed Black Flag releases today, and she was informed of that plan. The dev explains that Vantage Studios, the Ubisoft Tencent conglomerate established last year, told the studio that there would not be further mandates for the Barcelona studio, despite the team proposing new Assassin's Creed projects. As for the scale of the layoffs, she says 51 people, myself included, will be affected by the end of July. Wait a second. Hold on. So Vantage Studios, the new Tencent conglomerate with Ubisoft, they said that there will be no further mandates for the Barcelona studio. Oh, so is the whole team gone? It was the whole team 51 people? Because again, this game was made by multiple studios. This was just one of the studios. So they ended up getting rid of all of Barcelona? Oh, shit. That's crazy. They were like, yeah, we got no further use of you. So, yeah, bye. Bye. Bro, that's wild, man. The studio's LinkedIn list of it being made... Oh, here we go. Being made up of 51 to 200 employees, with 190 of those employees being members of the site. So it's a large chunk of the studio. Okay, never mind. So there is going to be some people... That wording is very confusing, because it sounds like they're getting rid of the studio. But I guess what it is that there's no further mandates for the studio right now, so there's no need for, I guess, 51 of them. I don't know. Regardless, it's a pretty bad felting, considering they just released this game. And at the end of the day, man, I find it so ironic to celebrate 2 million copies sold while also announcing that you're laying off part of the development team. I don't know. It's just kind of crazy. But then when you really think about it, the Assassin's Creed team, every time... I mean, guys, Assassin's Creed Shadows had 3,000 people in the credits. 3,000 people in the credits, right? So realistically, 51 people may not be that much for the Assassin's Creed team, even though this is a remake. So perhaps this is not as big of a team, but regardless, I still think it's pretty insane. Yeah, exactly. Congratulations on our success. Now get out. You served your purpose. You're basically a useful idiot at that point. So that's it. How long were those credits? The credits was 2 hours long. I believe. It was literally 2 hours long if you let it play from beginning to end with over 3,000 people. It's insane. It's wild, man. Ubisoft is the prime example of what it looks like to be bloated. But yeah, I'm gonna give my thoughts on Black Flag probably next week, most likely. I don't think we're gonna talk about it this weekend on SNH, but I'll give you guys my thoughts on it after I have played it for a couple of more hours, and we'll kind of see from there. So absolutely insane, boys. All right, let me resume TTS. Let's go through supers, and then we're gonna get to the next topic. We're gonna talk about PlayStation.
At least we still have Dot Hawk Zero coming out soon.
Oh my god. We do. I know you're really excited for that game.
AAA shoots
Thank you for the
itself
5.
in foot. Tries to save face with legacy remasters,
yes,
remakes,
all
desperation.
The time, bro. All the time, literally all the time. Exodus, dude, all the time. Like, this is what they do. The Western gaming industry. This is literally what they do. They do a whole bunch of projects nobody wants. They try to convince everybody that everybody wants it. Clearly that's not what people want. And then they get desperate. And they're like, all right, bring back the big hits. Look what Xbox is doing. Xbox had to rein in Bethesda. Xbox had to rein in Obsidian. Xbox had to rein in all these companies. Like, listen, enough of the dumb shit. Bring back Wolfenstein, Doom, and Quake. Bring it back now, you know? They get desperate after they realize that nobody wanted their new crap. But thank you for the 5. I appreciate that, man. Let me check Rumble really quick, and then we're going to get on with the content. I think we're good on Rumble. Yes, we are. We are good on Rumble. All right. I'm going to pause. Let's pause this real quick. And let's see. Let's get it going, boys. You're so happy you got all your physical games. Nice, Supreme. Nice. Very nice. Guys, like the stream. Like the stream. Let's make it happen. Oh, my God. Look at this. Look at this.
I'm ready for some Hypno coffee, please.
There is no Hypno coffee. Thank you for the 2. Moon Doggy style. Appreciate that, man. There's no Hypno coffee. Guys, we're going to talk about PlayStation. You guys ready for this? Let's talk about it. Hold on. Where is it at? Where is it at, boys? Where is it at? Where is it at? Right here. Let's talk about PlayStation. Good old God of War Laffy Taffy. Well, we'll save that for the end. We'll save that for later. Stop gaslighting. I'm not gaslighting you. There is no Hypno coffee. But there could be. No, there won't be. There won't be any Hypno coffee. I'm sorry. You heard Quake would be using the Unreal Engine in a new game? Oh, God. Shoot me now. Shoot me now. Boys, we got to talk about PlayStation. I know. Every single one of you, this is what you're here for. This is what you want, right? When you're here watching these videos and you're here watching the live streams, you're excited for this. But anyway, no, seriously, we got to talk about PlayStation. Because an interesting part of the conversation had to do with the EU. Like, how is it going to happen over the pond, right? Also in Japan, too. Like, how is the lack of physical media going to be treated in other countries? Because we kind of already know how the Western gaming industry, mainly here, right, in the US, like how we're going to look at the lack of physical media and how there's a lot of corporate dick eaters that are just so excited and cannot wait to just give Sony all the money in the world and not have to worry about, paying for their video games on sale. They can't wait to, pay full price. Like there's so many of them here on social media. They're just super desperate to just convince Sony that they love them so much. But a lot of people were questioning what's going to happen in the EU, what's going to happen in UK, what's going to happen in Japan, what's going to happen in other places, right? Because Japan is major on physical media, bigger than anywhere else for the most part. Their numbers are skewed in the opposite direction to favor physical media by a large margin, especially if you're playing on Nintendo. It's even bigger over there. But apparently, according to the commissioner, he says that the EU cannot stop Sony from ending physical video games. According to this article from Games Radar, companies are free to offer games and services in the manner that they see fit. Now, I find this all to be extremely interesting. I do. Because stop killing games is a thing, right? It's a thing that's been happening for a while now. It ended up getting, essentially talked about at the Parliament. And looking at this, I find this to be so curious because the conversation around this really is starting to go in the direction of like this is collaborated in a way. And I know there's going to be people out there that are going to say, yes, obviously it's collaborated, it's all connected and all that. Yeah, I get that. But it's one thing to like say it. It's another thing to start seeing it. And this is really making me start to see it. Not only that, it really just shows that in terms of digital rights, we are so far behind, it's not even funny. And I know I've said this many times, but this is just proof, more proof that we are way too far behind with digital rights. Because why are we at this point where these companies can just sell you something and use permanent wording like buy now or buy here or buy on sale or buy? Why are they allowed still in 2026 to use this permanent language when you're not actually buying anything? You're not actually owning anything. And they're going to get around that or try to get around that by saying, well, technically you are buying something. You're buying the license. But the thing is, when you use the word buy, it has that inherent for a long time now. We're talking decades upon decades upon decades. Whenever somebody said, hey, you want to buy this? It was basically, do you want to own this? Now, if you say, hey, you want to buy this? Now it's like, well, hey, do you want to rent this? And that's really the biggest problem. So the wording is a big issue, and I'm really surprised that the EU is saying this. So we're gonna go over this. We're gonna go over that, and we're gonna go over the the main PlayStation account, which is continuing to get completely destroyed by community notes. We got some interesting ones that we're gonna go over today. So let's go over it, man. So following last week's announcement that the PlayStation will cease production on physical games, collectors, game preservationists, and even activists have been rallying to slow the inevitable, with some going as far as to call on authorities to put a stop to Sony's decision. One thing I'm going to say real quick is that I do find it interesting that there's a couple of sides to the coin here, right? There are the people that are actively fighting against this, right? There are the people that are actively saying they want this, which is fine. You're allowed to have two sides of the coin. And then there are people out there that are saying that it sucks, but then they're also saying, well, there's nothing you can do about it because Sony's a massive company, and you should just basically, stop looking like a fool and just take it. So it's like they want to fight, but they're too scared to fight. So then they project onto you and they make fun of the people who are out there fighting. Or at the very least, guys, I just want to reiterate, this is not necessarily about boycotting in a way, like from the standard sense, because PlayStation is huge, right? PlayStation is massive. Like I say many times on the stream, for me, it's about spreading the information so that more people wake up and realize that they have options. Because truthfully, a lot of people that are playing on consoles, there is a certain mindset by that console gamer. And I know there is, because I know like actual hardcore console gamers in real life. There's a certain mindset that they have about PC gaming and how it's essentially inaccessible. They view it as something that is unattainable because they view it as something that is potentially very expensive, because they start thinking about like hardcore gaming computers. They don't realize that there's actually affordable PCs out there that are really not that much more expensive, and then weighing the pros and cons between getting a little bit more of an expensive PC to get on PC gaming versus staying in a cheaper box where it has a closed off ecosystem that you're going to pay more for video games and you're going to have to pay to play online, which starts to add up over time to the point where it's more expensive than PC gaming, But people don't think like that. One thing about customers is they never really think at a large scale. They tend to think more tight. Like they tend to think smaller scale, smaller scope. And the more you could make that information accessible on a smaller scope, the higher chance that they're going to have to realize the options that are before them. At least that's how I see things, right? So, but in any case, when it comes to PlayStation, for me, it's about just informing people and just letting them know they have options. That's really it, because you may know you have options. I know there's a lot of people that comment on my videos and comment on my live streams telling me what they're doing. If I were to search my videos and see the hundreds of comments of people saying that they're leaving the PlayStation platform and they've already started moving over to either PC or whatever, or Nintendo. I've seen some people saying they're going to Nintendo. Regardless, I'm getting hundreds, if not over thousands of comments now, all saying that. And I'm just one person. I'm not even that big of a YouTube channel. I'm just literally one person. So I can only imagine how many people are actually pissed about this. So for me, I take that as a win. I'm not trying to take PlayStation down. I'm trying to help people realize they got options. That's really it. But anyway, choice is an amazing thing, right? So PlayStation will cease production on physical game discs. We already know that, starting in 2028. And now we got to the point where the EU Commissioner for Democracy, Justice, the Rule of Law, and Consumer Protection, Michael McGrath, recently told reporters in Strasbourg's European Parliament that he doesn't think it's the government's job to get in the way of the free market so long as laws aren't being broken. Isn't that the key word there? Isn't that the key phrase there, I should say? as long as laws aren't being broken. That is the problem, boys. That is the literal problem, boys, is that digital rights and digital laws have been far outpaced by digital media. That's the issue. So yeah, of course, no laws are going to be broken, my guy, because no laws exist. That's what you don't get. How do you not understand that? I mean, realistically, though, I'm sure he does understand that. I'm sure he does understand that. But, you know, maybe he benefits from it. I don't really know. But realistically, that's the entire point. Digital media has far surpassed the rights of digital customers. It has completely far surpassed it. We're at the point now where we have seen such a evolution of what was initially digital media many, many, many years ago to what it is now. And that evolution has changed so much. It's honestly ridiculous. But the law system has barely changed. It's barely changed. In that same exact time, which has been a very long time, the law system has barely changed in support of digital media rights. So these companies are trying to quickly make all these changes because they know the law system is extremely behind. And the faster they make these changes, the faster they can take advantage of the laws not being in place. So that way they can get in place what they want to get in place before there may be any potential law, because it's harder to enact a law once something's already in place. With that being said, let's continue. It does come down to commercial and contractual freedoms, and companies are free to offer games and services in a manner they see fit, provided that consumer rights are fully protected in line with national and EU law, according to McGrath. Referring to last month's EU ruling against Stop Killing Games and the decision against recommending new legislation to prevent publishers from revoking access to online-only games, McGrath also added, "We did have to consider a European citizens initiative on this question of whether games should continue to be available after a new edition of the game has been brought forward. It seems that McGrath's view, the decision to stop producing a physical product being the manufacturer's choice, is a more clear-cut case." So all of this is tying together at the same time, which I find to be very, very interesting. You know, a lot of people were bringing up Stop Killing Games as one of the reasons why potentially PlayStation and other companies have decided to try to push an all-digital future faster than they probably would have. But I don't believe that. I think this has been in the cards for a very long time. I think this has been in the cards for many, many, many years prior to Stop Killing Games even being a thing, because Stop Killing Games became a thing after Ubisoft decided to take away the crew and people got fed up and they decided to do something about it. And then before you know it, it eventually exploded to the point where, you know, it ended up going to Parliament. So, and now it's also in California as well. I mean, it's kind of everywhere at this point. So that battle is being fought on multiple different avenues, but we don't really have like a final conclusion to either of those yet. But Stop Killing Games, realistically, this is like, that's just kind of like a symptom of the overall problem that's been around for a very, very, very long time. From everything we've seen so far, it seems unlikely that Sony will reverse its stance on getting rid of physical games ahead of the next generation of consoles, which we already know that. So now we're going to go to PlayStation's actual page, because what they've been doing is they've been essentially trying to pretend like none of this is happening, right? And we all said this was going to happen. We talked about this yesterday. We're going to talk about it again today. They've been trying to pretend that literally none of this is happening. So they've been advertising their video games. And like I told you guys, the more community notes that get on these advertisements, no matter how much they try to fight them, the better. Because every time it gets community noted, these advertisements, because that's what they are, they're advertisements, these advertisements will then inform people who see it, like this, for example. Sony's pushing an all-digital future without being upfront about its limits. PS5 downloads can't be played from USB. And expanding storage requires an expensive NVMe SSD. Digital games are licenses, not true ownership. Physical discs preserve choice, competition, and ownership. So every time something like this actually happens, we just get to a point where more and more people are going to be informed. And that's honestly, that's the best thing, because I can't rely on the legal process. The legal process is too slow. Exactly, chat. The legal process is way too slow. If you start waiting for the legal process, you'll be there forever. By the time we get a law that even remotely resembles anything related to Stop Killing Games, they would have already made 10 more moves to protect themselves and to allow them to continue doing what they're doing. They've been prepping for this for a very, very long time. This is not something that just sprung up at a meeting, 60 days ago at PlayStation headquarters. This is something that they've been talking about since probably around the PlayStation 4. If I had to be real, it's probably been around the PlayStation 4, right? So again, realistically, guys, you know, like we said yesterday, the people that control PlayStation are ball and gun players. I mean, look, guys, they know exactly what they're advertising to. Look at what the headline is for PlayStation's main account. Of course, it's college football 20. Like, they know, bro. They know their player base, and I'm not going to pretend like they're stupid. They know their player base. They know who they're banking on, and they're hoping that there's enough of those people to carry them through while they screw over everybody else that has been enjoying a physical PlayStation disc for decades now. For decades. Like, they know who their players are, and they're hoping to take advantage of them. Because, to be honest with you, they already do. They already do. They take advantage of people that play these sports games, that play these 2K games, because we look, guys, do you not remember the story about the PlayStation 5 gamer who was playing NBA 2K and he spent $30-something thousand in like 3 months on the game? It was like $35,000 to $38,000 in just a few months on a game that's going to have a new version in the next year with the same exact content with some very slight changes, and they're going to sell it to you again. You know what I mean? Like, they know that they are banking on those people. They want those people to be around. Those are the people that I don't even want to say if they even know they're in an ecosystem like that, but realistically, I think they do. I think they absolutely do know, right? And guys, we've already said this before. When it comes to like Grand Theft Auto, for example, we've talked about how there was numbers that were leaked for Grand Theft Auto Online not that long ago. And Grand Theft Auto Online for PlayStation makes up like 93, 94% of the revenue. PlayStation players were spending millions upon millions of dollars playing Grand Theft Auto Online. And Xbox and PC players were spending like hundreds of thousands. That's it. It was such a drastic difference. It's not even funny, dude. You know, I'm talking about monthly spend. PlayStation monthly spend was at like $4 million. PC was at like 800,000. Actually, I think PlayStation was more than that. So their ecosystem is basically the opposite of Xbox, where Xbox players were trained not to buy video games with Game Pass. PlayStation users were trained to just keep buying nonstop. Buy nonstop. That's what they've been trained to do. Buy at full price. Keep buying at full price for as much as possible. And if we do sell you a game on sale, you're not even going to know if you got the best price, because now we do variable pricing. So we might charge you $40 and, Joe Schmo might get it for $30. But hey, at least you're a good old happy Sony boy. You know, at least you get to enjoy the idea that you thought you bought something on sale. You know, that's really what it is, man. So realistically, they know their players. They know their players through and through, and they're not going to change, man. So all I can say is that I think people should change their wording. I understand people wanting to use the word boycott because it sounds stronger, but realistically, it should just be a walkaway movement. That's really what it is. Not a boycott movement. It should be a walkaway movement. You got to decide for yourself whether or not if you want to boycott Sony, because boycott implies if they give you what you want, you're going to go back. At this point, they've basically said fuck you so many times that it shouldn't be a boycott. It should be a walkaway. That's really what it is. It should be a complete walkaway. So if you want to walk away from Sony, you're more than welcome to. If you don't, you're also more than welcome to. But that's realistically what it should be. Especially when you have governmental agencies essentially confirming that they're, on Sony's side. They're not going to do anything. The EU is not going to do anything. The US is not going to do anything. This is not something that's going to be solved governmentally. This is something that's going to be forced or solved by the hands of people that actually pay these people. So if you're going to walk away, now's your time, or you stay with PlayStation and you have at it. That's basically it. That's kind of how it's going to go. So we'll see if we have any more information, regarding PlayStation. Obviously, we're following it. There's a lot of information going down right now, but this is all we got right now for today. So we'll see what ends up happening from there. You guys have a lot to say. So let's see. TTS, here we go. What do we got? Fighter 4. What do you got, man?
ウォーダーザメスマーアイジンクテイスト WOBH YPNOT4 は 10% ユーファーストアだ。
What?
It just proves that the government are just boomers, doesn't know what digital is. They believe it's the same thing as buying the mindset of these politicians. All we can do is call it out what it is.
Well, I'll get back to that.
The time between SKG getting snubbed by lobbyists and the soon-to-be removal of physical media is as coincidental as getting struck by lightning twice.
That's what I'm saying, Odin Dark. That's what I was saying earlier, bro. Because realistically, if you look at all the things that are happening at the same time...
Moisture is the sweat from my brow.
What?
Moisture is the urine in my toilet.
Oh my God, bro. Thank you, Tanya Raven. I appreciate the 5. Odin Dark, yeah. So after a while, you look at that and you're like, you know, because I said before, not to just go straight conspiratorial, obviously, like try to look at all the facts. But when you start seeing everything line up at the same time, realistically, it starts to look a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? It starts to look like this has been in motion for a very long time by multiple different entities that span everything. You know, like not just the gaming industry, but just, you know, governmentally, like it spans a lot of different things. So that's why I said earlier, I'm like, it wasn't looking like that at first, but now after, you know, a few months, especially with this, because, you know, we've been following Stop Killing Games, like you said, for a while. Once you start following all that, you start realizing this is looking a little fucked, you know? It's looking a little fucked. So anyway, that's basically it. But I appreciate the 5. Adair Soto, I also agree with this because in government, so many people in government don't even know what a fucking video game even looks like half the time. So going to these people that aren't involved in this world and asking them to make laws without even knowing what this world is about, it's so stupid. It literally doesn't make any sense. And the way that they talk about it, you can clearly see that that's the case, you know? What's up, Magically MJ? How you doing? Thank you for the well wishes. I appreciate that. Yeah, we've been having a banger show so far. What's up, Sherry? What's a government? Laws. I know, right? Sherry says, what's a government? Yeah, I don't even know, Sherry. Who fucking knows at this point? Thank you, Tanya. Appreciate that. The stream has been licked. Thank you, Bruce. Appreciate that. All right, guys, listen. Let's keep going. Let's keep fucking going, boys. We got a lot to do. Torno with a 2 says we need a digital bill of rights. Yes, we do. You know, that's been brought up many times. Torno. Something called the digital bill of rights. That's actually been brought up many, many, many times. But realistically, I think we are just way too late on it. I do. I think we're way too late on it. I don't think that it's ever going to be a thing, number one. And even if it is, I don't think it's going to be able to realistically do anything. Because like I said before, by the time we get to the point where we make a law to combat one of those things, they will have made 10 plus moves by that point. And that's another reason why they like the digital world so much, because the digital world moves so fast, right? It moves very fast. The retail world, the physical world moves slower, right? So it's a little bit difficult. COVID killed that steam for the Internet Bill of Rights. Yeah, it did. And honestly, it makes you wonder, because when did digital media start to really explode? In 2020. It started to explode in 2020 when people couldn't get into stores, when everything was shut down. That's when digital media really started to explode. That's when you had the what do you call it? The streaming services blow up.
Moisture is the rain falling in my face.
Moisture is the poop in my toilet.
Bro, Tanya, what are these super chats? What are these super chats? Thank you for the 5. I appreciate that.
Tony not selling physical disc is like you not selling coffee. Crazy right.
No. That what? No. Green, no. Green Lotus, no. That's not even, brother. That's not even the same. That's like apples to steak, bro. You're not even apples to oranges. You're apples to steak. That's why are you comparing me to no. No, I refuse. I absolutely refuse. Nope. No, it's not the same. Tinfoil hate. Nope. Hypno brand went. Oh my God, bro. Guys, we don't have coffee, okay? Like, I don't know how many times I gotta say it. We don't have coffee. We don't have coffee. A well-done steak? Hey, mods, ban him for 10 seconds. Ban him for 10... You know what? How dare you talk about... No. 10 seconds. 10 seconds, brother. Like, well-done steak?
Sony
No.
won?
No.
We're dead in communists online?
No. What? So Sony won, we're dead in communists online? What? No, Sony, it wasn't about win or lose. That's why I keep telling people, like, if you're using terms like boycott is not something you really want to be using, because realistically, trying to boycott a company of that size is never going to be successful in just one fell swoop. Even Bud Light, they got completely felted by people. Even they are still around, right? Now, granted, they never recovered from it.
Just got my limited time Hypno Nespresso pods.
Bro, Nespresso pod. Those don't exist. They don't exist.
Moisture is wet.
Brother, why are you making Chewbacca lie for you? Why are you making Chewbacca lie for you? Tanya, thank you for the 5. Dark Vex, thank you for the 2. I appreciate that. Is that translation correct? I don't even know. It's not about win or lose. It's about the fact that a company like PlayStation will never feel the effects of it until over time.
My PS5 is to play Bloodborne. Done with
Dude,
Sony.
yeah.
PC is the way.
Kind of the reason why they don't want to release Bloodborne on PC. Part of the reason why, because I know a lot of people love Bloodborne, and a lot of people will go back to their PlayStation for Bloodborne and
Trump,
Demon Souls too.
Happy Sony Pride Month.
Thank you for the 5.
Love no physical.
Bruce just got felted. You just got felt. You got to read the rules, my man. You got to read the rules on the TTS. Here, let me give it to you. Let me give it to you. Hold on. Here. Nice and highlighted. How to use the TTS. Boom. There you go. There you go. Yeah, so that's the reason why they won't release it on PC, because they know, dude. They know Bloodborne, even though obviously you can emulate it, but I'm talking about like an official release. Like an official release, right? Because people talk about emulation, people talk about piracy, people talk about all this stuff, but at the end of the day, guys, you're talking with terms that 98% of players have no fucking idea what they even mean half the time. They have no idea how to even go about doing any of that. Most regular normie players don't have any idea how to go about emulation, piracy, or anything like that. That's a little bit more of a hardcore player thing, or a hardcore, especially PC player thing. So official releases are really the only way to get players to experience that game on whatever platform. And if Bloodborne won't show up on PC, then the majority of players they won't even know that they can emulate it. Kagwana says it's easy to learn. Kagwana. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. Kagwana says it's easy to learn. Oh my god.
Heavy,
oh my god.
Heavy is the rain. The rain is very heavy. Heavy is the rain.
Hey, that's my song.
Kagwana. Hold on. I'm trying to find it, but it's a motherfucker. Give me a second. Tanya, these super chats, we got to talk about these supers. Thank you for the 5. We got to talk about these supers. Guys, I understand you say it's easy to learn, okay? Totally get that. Is this it? Let me see. What's this?
Y'all Gen Z kids are faggots. I know a man.
Kagwana, you really think these people are like, you think that they're learning how to do piracy and stuff? You think like do you think that they're you know? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man, these normies, they don't really sound like they're going out there trying to learn about piracy and nebulation and shit. You know, they're enjoying their if they want to, they don't want to. They don't want to. That's the point. That's the point. The super, you know, the sad thing is that back in the day, this was considered normal. Now this is just like normies, you know, which is kind of sad. That's kind of what it is. Iguana says once a person hears about options, they can look it up. Well, that's my hope, right? Like when I put out videos and stuff, when I put out videos, my goal is to try to inform people, just bring the information to them in the most entertaining way that I possibly can. And then whatever they decide to do, they do. I can't, like, I would never tell people what to do, force them to do whatever. Doesn't matter to me. You guys are all grown-ass adults. You do whatever you want to do.
Hypno well done steaks. Trademark emoji. 20% off with code DADDY.
No.
OMG, a room full of stupid.
No.
Who am I?
Can we go?
I?
No. Can we go back? I got looped. Oh, but guys, refresh if I got looped. Can we go back to the well done steaks? No well done steaks. Jason Alto with the 5. Pretty much these days. Thank you for the 5. And Mornblade with a 4.99 as Biden having a stroke. Appreciate it. Guys, really quick, just to make sure you guys know this. Something weird's happening with YouTube. I don't know what it is, but it's like
Sonia is triggered. Triggered is Sonia. Sonia is triggered. Triggered is Sonia.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Tanya, thank you for the 5. YouTube is having a weird something weird on YouTube where, because this happens when I'm watching like some streams, the stream will loop. It'll randomly start looping, and I don't know why that is. So if you notice it is looping on your end, just refresh. It should fix it. I don't really know why that's happening. It's been happening for the last like few days now. It's very strange. I saw some people complaining about it. Analysis stream. You guys are talking about it. Like sometimes that happens. So just if you see me looping, just refresh. It's really weird. It's really weird. Anyway, all right. Let me X out of this, guys, and let's get to some more topics. We got some more to talk about, boys. COD can get flushed too. You know, COD is it's so funny how Black Ops 1 and 2 is outpacing modern day Call of Duty video games. Kind of funny when you think about that. But it is what it is. What are you going to do, right?
Did I hear somebody said well done steak Hypno?
A dare? No. No. There is no well done steaks here. We don't allow well done steaks. No. Stop wasting steaks. If you like eating wood, just go hang out with the beavers. All right? They like eating wood too. YouTube's crushing itself. It is. It is. Well, that's why we stream on YouTube and Rumble. All right, guys, let's keep going. So we talked about Assassin's Creed. We talked about PlayStation. Let's move over to God of War Laffy Taffy. Let's do a fast topic about God of War Laffy Taffy, ladies and gentlemen. So I know a lot of you guys are super excited about God of War Laffy Taffy. I know you want to add the physical version of this game to your collections. You cannot wait to play it. And thankfully, Santa Monica Studios was nice enough to tell us over on social media today that God of War Laffy Taffy will indeed have a physical disc version, which basically confirms that the game is going to be released in 2020. Am I disconnected? Oh no. Oh no. It's gonna connect. It's gonna reconnect, guys. Don't worry. It's gonna reconnect. It's gonna reconnect. I don't know what's going on. YouTube is weird today. YouTube's weird today. Am I back? Am I back? I was making fun of Dante. Am I back? YouTube's being fucking stupid today. We're good? Okay. Okay, we're good. I was saying that yes, I know you will add it to your collection, Dante. I know you will, brother. It's all good. We still love you here. No worries, my man. YouTube hates me. I know. Isn't it sad? We've been doing so well, and then all of a sudden, like, you know, they want to destroy the stream. You know, anytime it disconnects like that, we always lose people. But you know, they'll come back. They'll come back. We lost like 300 people. Holy shit. They'll come back though. We went from 500 to 300, but they'll come back. Anyway, so God of War Laffy Taffy, Santa Monica Studios. Again, guys, I want to remind you, super popular video game, right? Everybody loves this game. People, wait, I'm muted? What do you mean I'm muted? Stop messing with me. I'm not muted. People are so excited about this game. If you think I'm muted, you should refresh. Refresh. I think it's so funny that people try to convince everybody that that they're excited for this game. Meanwhile, you have an article basically confirming the release date somewhat, and that it's going to have a physical version, and this shit has like 0 engagement on what is supposedly a very popular website. But in any case, I find that to be pretty interesting. But yes, it's going to have a disc version. So if you're looking and curious about that, at least you have that information. So that way you know. Try sign language. Let me see. Here's me with my controller doing sign language. You know? There you go. Sign language. Kotaku's gay. Yeah, it's pretty gay. It's pretty gay. What did you tell Sony when you heard that they will relegate all your future work to be a throwaway rental? What did you tell them when they said the voice of your fans doesn't matter anymore? Your last game had high physical sales percentage. Are you ready to sell less? This is actually a good comment. This is a good comment. You want to know why? For a couple of reasons. Number one, it's a good comment because if you guys remember the Insomniac leaks, God of War Ragnarok had an almost 80% physical ratio, where players, before it released on PC, PlayStation players bought up, I think it was like 78% or something like that. 78% of the sales were physical. So Santa Monica Studio has a high physical sale ratio, and now it's about to go all digital. Like, what's going to happen there? I guess Sony's banking on the fact that all those people will just buy it digitally instead of having to, potentially buy it physically. I wonder if that's what they're banking on. I don't know. It's just so weird, man. That's actually a really good question. God of War is still an old head game. Yeah, it is. It is. Again, I don't really consider this to be a God of War video game. This should have been a side story, but they're not. It's not a side story. Like, they want this to be a mainline entry, which tells me that at some point, I've been predicting this for a while. I'll just say it again. At some point, I think what's going to happen in God of War Laffy Taffy is that eventually it's going to come a point where you start playing as Kratos. I don't know when that's going to happen. It could be probably like 2/3 through the game. There's going to be a moment where Kratos has to like do something, and then it's going to switch back to Laffy Taffy. That's what I think is going to happen. So that way Santa Monica could say, see, we told you it's a God of War game. You got to play as the God of War for like, one segment. It's one of those like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's one of those like, kind of like gotcha moments, I suppose. But I think you're gonna actually play as Kratos. Not in the way that you do now, but I think you will play as Kratos at some point in Laffy Taffy. I do. Dante says, I bet you won't play as Kratos at all, but she will come back to life after the events of Ragnarok. Well, I definitely think she will come back to life. I think she will come back to life at the end of the story and join Kratos and little Loki there. But see, the issue with that is that if you bring her back to life, the entire first game centered around her death. It's like, wouldn't that really cheapen the first fucking game? This is why I don't like when they start doing the whole bring people back to life shit. It's kind of the reason why I don't like American comics too much when they do the multiverse shit. It's because like, why would you? Why? It kind of cheapens the overall impact of death. Stop bringing people back that die. I hate it. Like, if you're gonna kill someone, then fucking kill them. Like, that's in the game, YouTube. In the game, YouTube. But anyway, you're a Supernatural fan, so you can't comment on that. You fucking simp. No, I'm just kidding. This is why the gopher's staying dead. No, the gopher's not dead though. If you watch the intro, you see the gopher jump out of my hands. He's a little damaged. He's a little messed up, but he's alive. But see, my character at the time, he's so angry that he doesn't realize it. And that's when he goes super void. You know, everyone died 10 times in Supernatural. Yeah, I know. I can't stand it. It's part of the reason why I never took any of the stakes seriously in Dragon Ball Z. I never took any of the stakes seriously because once they started bringing people back all the time, I was like, dude, can't take it seriously, man. I could appreciate the art. I could appreciate the combat. I could appreciate the battles. I could appreciate the story, like other elements of the story. But once you want to start convincing me, like, oh my God, this person's gonna die, bro. The Universal arc, I called it literally from the start of it with a couple of my friends, and they kind of agreed too. Like, we all kind of called it. I was like, brother, there's no way that they're letting all these universes go away. There's literally no way. There's no way. Like, their universe is gonna win, and then somebody in their universe, if it's Goku or who, the only thing I didn't call was Android 17 winning. I didn't call that. I thought they were gonna have Goku win because, you know, it's Dragon Ball. But I was like, whoever ends up winning, especially if it's Goku, he's gonna want to wish them all back, guaranteed. It's just what's gonna be. So like this whole like, oh my God, people could die, people this, but like none of that shit, none of that matters. Like literally none of that matters. Just give me a transformation, which is exactly what they did. You're just liking the stream for the memes. You better not. You better not. Anyway, all right, guys, let's keep going. So yeah, if you're excited for Laffy Taffy, there you go. Now you know. 2027, that's the day. 2027, that's the day. When has Goku ever won a tournament? Just, you know what? That's fair, fellow Steph. That's fair. I figured since it was like something that was not, I mean, yes, it was a tournament, but it was obviously like a universal threat. Like a tournament's not a universal threat, right? A standard tournament, the martial arts tournament's not a universal threat. So, but like something universal threat, like threatening the universe, the planet, whatever. I figured Goku was gonna have that because that's usually what they do. But yeah, I get it. Yeah, you're right. You're right on that. Boruto's still dragging. I don't even want to talk about Boruto. We don't acknowledge Boruto. No negative comments, bro, for DPZ, bro. I take it to heart. Oh no. Supreme Super Saiyajin God 69 is taking Dragon Ball comments personal. I am shocked. I'm just kidding, bro. I love you, man. I love you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's all good. I appreciate you. I appreciate you hanging out, brother. Don't take anything I say personal, please, for the love of God. We like to troll each other here. All right? If you're new here, that's something that you got to learn real quick. I get trolled all night long, boys. All night long. And I'm going to troll you guys right back all night long. Some of you might get a little sensitive about that. I don't know why, especially if you've been here a long time. But we love you, man. We love you. It's all good. Gohan Beast. I don't want to talk about Gohan Beast, bro. That's just trash. That's so fucking trash, bro. Anyway, all right, let's keep going. Let's do our thing. Speaking of Gohan, listen, really quick. I'm just gonna say this, okay? Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, best transformation ever. All right. At least that's my opinion about it. Best transformation, best fight. That was the ultimate, like, handing down of the torch. And the fact that Akira Toriyama and the producers of Dragon Ball got so scared of the Japanese community because the Japanese community was so mad at the fact that Super Saiyan 2 Gohan took over for Goku and, like, took the win from Goku. Like, people were pissed about that. The fact that they reverted away from that storyline because it was so obvious for such a long time that they were going to pass the reins off to Gohan. Like, that was the entire point. The entire point. The fact that they backtracked on that, I will never not be disappointed by that. Seriously, I would never not be disappointed.
Spooky, Dragon Ball is boring. Dragon Ball is lame.
Tanya got felt it. Shout out to Tanya. Appreciate the 5. Yeah, it's so annoying, bro. Oh my God. Dude. I remember reading, you guys are making me nerd out. Stop it. What's wrong with you? I'm a grifter. I'm not supposed to know any of this stuff. I'm not supposed to know any of this
likes to
stuff.
get roasted, just like Hypnotic's roasted coffee for a 2-for-1 sale now.
Oh, come on, stop. Stop it. We don't have coffee. Green is pushing the narrative that I do not have coffee. Yeah, they did Gohan dirty. I saw somebody in the chat say something. I remember when I was reading Naruto for the first time, okay? When I was reading it for the first time ages ago, I remember thinking to myself, yo, Rock Lee was gonna be something. Like, just a fucking badass, right? Because Rock Lee's introduction was amazing. It was amazing. And it was like, you could see him as like being a prodigy, like a physical combat prodigy. And bro, they just ended up doing him so dirty, bro. So dirty. And at the end of the manga, they try to bring him back a little bit, but by the time they did it, it was way too long.
And then they make him weak all over again.
Yeah, it was just way too fucking long, dude. I'm like, how can you? Why would you set up Rock Lee as this epic fucking potential badass, and then all of a sudden you're just like, yeah, so forget about him. What? What are we doing? You know? But anyway, that's just what it is. Yeah, I think Kid Gohan and Rock Lee were two of the biggest like felts in anime, or like one of the two biggest felts in anime. Are we freezing again? Fuck. Are we freezing again?
Hypno brand coffee.
Oh no.
Coffee brand Hypno.
She's getting me back.
Hypno brand coffee.
She's getting me back.
Coffee brand Hypno.
She's getting me back. Damn. Tanya, thank you for the 5. I appreciate that. Dare Soto, thank you for the 2. Yeah, guys, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I'm sorry. It's definitely not poor man internet. I have impeccable speeds. All right. So it's definitely not that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on today. Today is weird. All right, let's keep going before whatever. I don't know what the fuck happens. All right. So let's talk about we talked about Black Flag. We talked about PlayStation.
Gopher got a disability. Hypno. Healthcare.
I don't have healthcare for Gopher, unfortunately. He's gonna have to figure it out. I'm sorry. Thank you for the 2. Guys, real quick, again, just a reminder, while those of you that are here, before we get disconnected again, Palworld 1.0 came out. Palworld 1.0 came out today. Everybody and their mother's playing this shit. I cannot wait. Tomorrow on SNH, the numbers are going up. Oh shit. Tomorrow, after SNH, right, after we have our panel stream, we're going to be having an SNH plays of Palworld 1.0. So make sure you guys come hang out with us and check it out, because it's going to be a great time. I don't want you to miss it. Tomorrow, just cut off Palworld for the day. Nah, bro. I know a lot of you guys have been playing it. You guys in the chat, yeah, GDR, Midnight Mike, Vertman. Yeah, like I know, bro, on my Steam list, everybody and their mother's playing this, bro. I'm looking at Steam right now. Yo, Cassie's playing this shit. Look at this. Cassie, I see Cassie playing it. I see Blue Octopussy playing it. I see GDR playing it. Gray Soul's playing it right now. Life Ferret's playing it right now. Mr. Hardcore Mode's playing it right now. Nick Havoc's playing it right now. Speedy Cake's playing it right now. Damn, guys. Holy shit. I see all you guys playing it on my friends list. Hey, yo, what? I'm not playing it, nor is my mom. Brother, what? Anyway. So yeah, tomorrow, make sure to come hang out with us and join us on SNH, because we're gonna be playing it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be my first time ever playing the game. I've never played this game, and I'm excited. Even though Tiger King wants to make fun of me being excited, I'm excited. I don't give a fuck. I can't wait to play this. It's gonna be a good time. All right, now that I said that, let's continue. Some dumb goy's at work right now. Oh shit. Oh no, some dumb goy said no. Sonia says we are 1 something, 110, 109, something like that. Something like that on to tier 1. Thank you, Sonia. Appreciate it. Hey yo, Blackie Chan says I'm a Marvel rival. Somebody ban him. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Tourist? Who's a tourist? I said I wasn't there. I never played it. That doesn't mean I'm a tourist. I'm about to be on that shit. Don't worry. Don't worry. Let's talk about the Xbox situation. I want to talk about the Xbox situation because, well, let me pause CTS real quick. I want to talk about Xbox because apparently there's a story that's been going around. All right. And this story, I know a lot of you guys brought up the other day. I think it was yesterday or even before that, because I would get like super chats and comments of people that were like, "Hey, did you hear about the H1B story with Xbox?" And I said,
no one kid being left behind. He wants to play the game, but his mother says no, not yet until you finish your work.
Wow, that's not true. That's not true. Thank you, Adair Sultan, for the 5. So a lot of you guys were mentioning this, and I kind of just want to go over this and just kind of mention some of the information that I found so far. It wasn't just this article. There's other bits of information I found. But as of right now, the rumors about Xbox laying off the 3,000 some odd people from Xbox in order to replace them with like 5,000 H1B, foreign workers, is not necessarily true. It's not necessarily true, but apparently it's like they are hiring people, but it's not necessarily just for Xbox. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. The way that they're responding about this kind of makes me a little sussed out. I'm not going to lie to you. So let me go over it and kind of explain what's happening here. So Microsoft Comms lead, who I saw his Twitter post and I saw what he was saying, says that the Xbox layoffs were not made to replace employees with foreign workers in response to bad information around the entire situation. The H-1B figures being referenced are Microsoft-wide visa renewals. So basically what this means is that they're admitting it while also not admitting it. What do I mean by that? So they're saying that the H-1B hires, the 5,000 some odd people that they hired on H-1B visas, they're saying, oh, no, that's not for Xbox. That's for Microsoft-wide. But the thing is, even though it's not specifically for Xbox, it doesn't mean that they won't necessarily work for Xbox. It just means that it wasn't specifically tailored only for Xbox. But Xbox is part of Microsoft as a whole. So if those 5,000 people are coming in to join Microsoft and they're going to be divvied out amongst the company, some of them can end up landing at Xbox. You know what I mean? So it's one of those, like, it's like talking to a politician where you're kind of like admitting it without actually admitting it, or saying something without actually saying it, kind of a thing. But that's how I'm taking this. But let's just talk about it. So the communications lead, Frank Shaw, says that the 1,600 employees recently cut at the start of a layoff wave, which will hit 3,200 jobs by the end of the fiscal year, were not laid off to be replaced with the H-1B visa foreign workers. Seemingly heading off reports that falsely conflated plans for Microsoft to hire H-1B visa employees with the Xbox layoffs, Shaw says in a striking Twitter post, lots of bad information out there, let's clear it up. Echoing Xbox CEO Asha Sharma, he reiterates that recent workforce changes were made to restructure the Xbox business because it's not healthy. Now, one thing I'm going to say really quick is that I find it a little bit odd because I'm sure that there's plenty of people that are in the U.S. that are looking for work. And I know that there are people in the comments that are like, why are you hiring foreign workers when there are people that are in the U.S. that are, they looking for jobs. They can do the job and everything like that. I get that. But all of these companies have foreign, all of them have it. Foreign, like, worker visa programs and all that stuff. And keep in mind, too, like, these people that are being hired right now for the visa program, they're being hired to replace the people that were basically expiring on their visa program. So, realistically, they get somebody cheaper. They can say that they're, all for diversity and all that stuff. Like, all these companies do this virtue signal bullshit when we all know that there's plenty of U.S. workers out there that can do the job. They want to do the job. But the problem is they cost too much money. That's really what it is. They cost too much money. And you can't virtue signal with them, So it says, Shaw says the H-1B figures being referenced are a Microsoft-wide visa renewal and new hire applications. They are not specific to Xbox and represent a small percentage of Microsoft's overall workforce, and that the majority of roles impacted were not American roles. Now, the funny thing about this, again, is that they're saying it without saying it, right? So they're saying it's not specific to Xbox, and it represents a small percentage of Microsoft's overall workforce. So because it's a small percentage, that means it doesn't matter. That's kind of what's going on here, where it's like you take something that you want to downplay and you say, well, because it's only this percentage, it doesn't matter. Like you just downplay it, right? And that's never going to work. That never goes over well. Whenever you try to do that, it always ends up being a situation where people get pissed at you, right? Unless you could talk to it better. This is not talking to it better. This is just being like, hey, well, it's 5%, so let's just ignore that 5%. Yes, we all know that Microsoft is a massive company. We know Microsoft employs hundreds of thousands of people, but at the end of the day, there's still people that are looking for work here, and you're choosing to hire people that are foreign for whatever those reasons may be. You can come up with your own political reasons. I don't really care about that, but again, just like whatever those reasons may be, they clearly exist. These initial Xbox layoffs hit multiple teams and studios around the world, with 4 studios already shed and Dishonored maker Arcane in talks over divestment options, and the likes of id Software and Bethesda feeling heavy losses of their own. Speaking of id Software, by the way, id Software, the hilarious thing about id Software is that they actually came out, like Xbox actually came out and denied the conversation and rumors around there only being one person working on the engine, apparently. So apparently that's not true. So I just want to correct that. Well, according to them anyway. But apparently it's not just one person at the now they didn't say how many. They didn't say like how many people or whatever that are still working there, but they just said it's not one. So maybe it's 2. Maybe it's 2 people. Who knows? But in any case, yeah, that's basically what's going on here. So this is them essentially trying to say that it is happening, but here's why it's not happening the way that you think it's happening. That's basically it. So anyway, and then they go into a whole reason why they have this program. It says that, well, actually, no, it's talking about how it's exploited and abused by U.S. employers who are primarily seeking to import foreign workers at lower wages that they would pay American workers. Exactly. We just talked about that before. Then he tried to counter that by saying Xbox is the largest employer of American workers in the gaming industry and the largest American gaming company. Yeah, I don't mean anything. That don't mean anything. So that's basically it, boys. It's basically it. Let's see. JRB says, I've been watching your videos since the whole backlash. I have both, but pirate games are legit legal to do that. That's why Android and iOS is so bad. Well, thank you for supporting. I appreciate that, number one. Thanks for hanging out on the streams. That means a lot as well. Thank you for that. And yeah, fair enough. Tinfoil Hater says, is this a depression show? Where's the good news? Hold on. I got you right now. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. See if we can find something for our boy. All right, let's see. So we just go here. Good News Network. Let's see. Good News Network. What do we got? Florida's Teens Storm Smart Program teaches hurricane preparedness to students because the students didn't something. What is this? New Sagrada Familia Lego set marks Basilica's completion in 100 years since Gaudi's death. Oh, that's good news. That's definitely good news. Definitely got like a new Lego set and stuff. That's good. Despite bankruptcy, the Pittsburgh Post Gazette will endure after sale to nonprofit. Oh, that's good. That's definitely good. Definitely don't want bankruptcy to fuck anybody. What's this? 6 new electric buses in Colorado double as backup batteries for Denver area power grid. That's good. We definitely gotta make sure that the power grid can support all these gay ass electric cars. You know, so when you see somebody like, you know, driving down an electric car and they think they're saving the planet, we definitely have to make sure that we have the power grid to support that. I'm about to piss off so many electric car drivers in the chat. Oh my god. Scientists identified gene at the center of muscular aging and how exercise defeats it. Yeah, click on the muscle one. I'm scared. I'm scared to click on the muscle one for sure. I'm scared. What's this? Oregon records records 5 years of zero pesticide-related death in bees. Yo, that's awesome. That's great, man. The bees are not dying. The bees are not dying. That's awesome. 5 years of zero pesticide-related death in bees. That's great, man. What else we got? All right. You guys get the point. That was the good news segment. Guys, if you want more good news, it's literally called the Good News Network. You can check out the good news. It's called goodnewsnetwork.org. If you want to, have any like kind of good news and stuff, okay, you could definitely do that. So, you could definitely do that. All right. Anyway, boys, with all that being said, we got a stream to do. Number one, and number two, I'm not gonna make it permanent. Number two, we gotta do the waifu battle. We gotta do the waifu battle, boys. That's what we gotta do. So let's get it going. I'm gonna make my gaming stream live really quick. So if you guys want to go watch me play Assassin's Creed Black Flag, you're more than welcome to. And if you haven't seen my videos that I've released in the last couple of days, they are blowing up. So please support them to the best of your ability. Give it a like, give it a long view duration, give it a comment, whatever the case would be. We'll get to the Steam story on Sunday. We'll get to the Steam story on Sunday. All right, I just made the Assassin's Creed Black Flag stream live. Here's the link. Here's the link to that. I appreciate you. There you go. And thank you guys so much for supporting the stream today. I'm sorry for all the disconnects. I don't know what the hell was going on with that, but YouTube's being weird. So go to that stream if you want to. Otherwise, guys, tomorrow's SNH 8 p.m. Don't miss it. 8 p.m. tomorrow, SNH. And then after that, we're going to be playing Palworld with everybody. And it's going to be ridiculous. There might be quite a bit of retardation going on, so don't miss it. All right, boys, you ready? Are you ready to do the waifu battle? Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do the waifu battle. Let's go. It's time to freak out all the new people that don't know what the hell this is. Let's go. Gentlemen, boys and girls all around the world, we got ourselves an interesting lineup today. We got ourselves an interesting lineup today, ladies and gentlemen. We got Makima versus
The whole
02.
DBSTL is terrible. No stakes. It takes place in between the Boo Saga and the end of Z. They have to end up at the tourney with Goku training UB.
Fair enough. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Spinach plays will be fun to watch.
Oh, who's talking slutty?
I'm no necromancer, so my mom can't play Palworld.
Who's talking slutty right
I do
now?
not troll, but one HR mommy train is never enough.
Ron DFK, don't talk like that,
In good news, the 1.1 update to Elliot lets you turn the fairy companion chatter off.
I saw that. They did something that Zelda never did. Can you imagine if you were able to just shut the fuck up,
Makima.
Navi? What? Bro, you're voting already? Holy shit. All right, relax. Listen. Guys, if you're new here, if you don't know what's going on, this is the Waifu Battle, boys. And listen up. Listen up very closely. We got a battle.
02.
Well, there you go. We got a battle between Makima and 02, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. So what we're going to do is we're going to play our music, obviously, and all super chats that come in, whoever ends up winning, getting the most, obviously, will be the winner. And you have to put the name of the waifu first in your super chat for it to count. If you don't put the name first, it will not count. Doesn't matter how big the super chat is. So please make sure to put the name first so that the mods, namely Sonia, obviously because it's Friday, will be able to count it all up and tell us who the winner is at the very end of the waifu battle. Are you guys ready for this, man? Let's make it happen. The name's got to be first. Let's call out some of the supers, man. McKee with a 10-banger already from Makima. I saw somebody say Makima got an upgrade. Maybe she did. DJ Conic with a 269 for 02. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that. Great Ape with a 2 for 02. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Thank you. Rumble says this could be a tough battle. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it is because, well, I mean, we're not at tier 1 or tier 2, so we're kind of in big trouble right now, boys. I don't know. We need a miracle. How does this guy know I like catfights? I mean, if you watch me, you probably like catfights. Let's be real. Especially after the waifu battle. So that kind of makes sense. Right now, it looks like Makima's in the lead by like, I don't know, $6? Maybe a little less than that? Something like that? And remember, if a waifu doesn't at least get 10, she gets banned. We got Dietrich Koenig with a $2.34 for 02. You love to see it. Thank you, Dietrich Koenig. Raza just dropped a $10 for 02, putting her in the lead. Oh, shit. Wait. The Makima fans thought this was going to be an easy win. What happened? Now Raza's in the lead. I mean, not Raza. Now 02 is in the lead. What happened? What are we doing? I need to add a mud wrestling scene? Bro. It's got to be YouTube friendly. Bro. All right. That's the first round. Boys. It's time for the second round. Are we ready for this? Ron DFK.
He wears a beautiful tie, the best tie. Never seen a tie so wonderful. The tie in the valley of motorboats. Big boats on the river.
Makima for the Brick Devil.
Wow. Ron DFK and Toxin with the 189. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. All right, round 2. Let's make it happen, boys. Round 2. And after this, we're going to do the final countdown. Whoever wins, wins. The tournament's almost ready, boys. The next tournament's coming. McBee with a $10 and a penny? Why'd you add the... Oh, because of Sonya. Okay, never mind. $10 and a penny from Akiba. Look at that. Damn. Shout out. I appreciate that. She back in the lead now? I think she's back in the lead, yeah. Oh, shit. Bro, Sonya just tagged me in some ridiculous Hypnos coffee image, bro. Jesus. What are we doing? What are we doing? Stop being mean to Sonya. Should be fine. Wait, Sonya, we hit tier 1. When did that happen? Wait, so how far are we from tier 2? Are we going to lose this? Makima for the W? I don't know, man. This is a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. I thought for sure this was going to be a landslide, but it's not. It's not. Sonya says, no, we're not going to lose it. Shaking my head. I don't know, Sonya. It's a little scary. It's a little scary. We might end up losing it. We'll see. All right, boys. Final countdown's coming. Listen up. The last one on my screen is the one that counts. Doesn't matter if you think you saw it on the screen or not. The last one that shows up on my screen is the one that counts. Let's see who's going to win. At least, are both of them over 10? I think they're both over 10 at least, right? All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Waiting for lag, waiting for lag, waiting for lag, waiting for lag, waiting for lag. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. The Makima fans out there completely slept, considering all the shit talking that they were doing at the beginning of the battle. And Raza, with a $20 chair shot, manages to take it away from the... Damn, boys, the confidence. What happened? What happened? Boys, that's absolutely insane. What happened? What happened? Raza says for a 20-02-20, even because I love Sonya. Sonya, do not accept Raza's gaslighting. Do not accept her gaslighting. You want to know why, Sonya? I'm sure she does love you, but I'm just saying, don't accept her gaslighting. Because on Rumble, you cannot add cents. You cannot add cents. So Raza's gaslighting Sonya's like, oh, I'm going to make it even. I'm going to make it even, you know, because I love Sonya. You can't even add cents on Rumble, girl. Stop lying. Stop lying. Look at that. That's insane. Demogeni dropping a 2-banger over on Rumble says 02. She bends well. YouTube wouldn't let me send it. Hey, yo. Thank you for the 2. Appreciate that. It's probably because you said that she bends well. Probably. Denarier for a 5. What won't a lesbian take? Dictation. This fucking dude, bro. This fuck. Brother, really? Dictation? What do you call a high lesbian? Baked lesbians. How do lesbians settle the fight? Rock, paper, scissors. I'll see myself out. Nah, you're insane, bro. You should definitely see yourself out at this point. No, definitely, yeah. No, you're done. You're done. You're cooked. You're 100,000% cooked. What the fuck was that? My God, boys. What are we doing? All right, we're just waiting for Sonya to drop the numbers in the chat. I know I said I would have a song for today, but I was super busy and I completely forgot. That's right. Yep. Where them ducks at, Hypno? Yep. I completely forgot. Completely forgot. Time to feed the ducks. We are feeding the ducks in silence. It's a library, bitches. All right? We're in silence right now. We're waiting for Sonia to break the silence. Sonia, break the silence. What's the link to the gaming channel? I got you. I'm going to link you right now again. This is the link to the stream that's happening tonight. Come hang out with us, guys. Hypnotic Gaming Live is the gaming channel. Come hang out over there. We play video games there like 4 to 6 days a week. Sometimes twice a day. So come hang out. It's going to be a great time, especially lately. Lately, we've been doing like twice a day. Today's the only day where we didn't do that. Some say silence is violence. Fuck those people. Feed the ducks with human remains. What? Why are we getting crazy? Why are we getting crazy with that? We do not feed the ducks with human remains. That's just not. That's not how this should go. Like don't do that. Can we not do that? Will your Poppy Wizard be here? Be there, Hypnotic? Not tonight. He'll be there tomorrow. If you really want Poppy Wizard, as you like to call him. You know, I didn't call him that. You called him that. Waifu Battle numbers. We got Makima at $27.37. That's crazy. That's crazy. You guys are all confident in shit. Jesus, man. What happened? And we got 02 at $43.26, which means the winner of today's exhibition match is none other than 02. The Makima fans are felt it, man. They talked all that shit. They talked all that shit, boys. Crazy. Just let it happen. Shame, shame, shame. Let's do it one more time, ladies and gentlemen. One more time. Let's go. Let's go. 02, easy dub. Talk your shit, 02, easy dub. Easy fucking dub. Coping and seething. Let's go.
Coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
And that is it, ladies and gentlemen, for the Waifu Battle. Great battle. Very close. Closer than I thought it was going to be. I always like when that happens. All right, guys, listen. Today, we're going to be playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. I was supposed to play earlier. I didn't get to play earlier, so we're going to be playing that tonight. Join me as we go be pirates over there on the gaming channel, guys. If you're not subscribed, go subscribe to the gaming channel. I drop videos over there. I do live streams over there. I do videos over here. I do live streams over here. Constantly busy, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, please go support the video that I released tomorrow. Weekend videos tend to not do as well as weekday videos. Keep supporting those videos. You guys have been amazing on the videos. You know, they've been just completely exploding. It's absolutely insane. So keep supporting the videos to the best of your ability. I really greatly appreciate it. And, you know, they're really good recaps. And it's also helping spread the conversation about PlayStation, especially right now, which is super important. So go check out the videos tomorrow and support them. Like, comment, long view duration. You don't got to super thanks. You don't got to do any of that. You just got to like, comment, long view duration. You want to leave it playing in the background, whatever. It's fine. Whatever you could do, I greatly appreciate it. All right, boys, send the link again. Guys, Kugwana, can you send a link? Somebody send the link. Thank you, Kugwana. I appreciate that. Thank you, Sonia. I appreciate it. All right, boys. Thank you so much for all the support today. I appreciate it. Shout out to everybody for all the donations and whatnot. You guys are amazing. We hit the goal. 50 out of 50, which is crazy. We keep hitting it. We are officially at our favorite number, 69. We're 699 tier 1s in a row. So technically Sunday would be 700. Sunday would be 700. That'll be pretty wild. And we're nearing 400 tier 2. So thank you guys for that. And shout out to the Hypno Mods for doing what they do every single day. I appreciate you guys as well. And I'll see every single one of you either tonight for Assassin's Creed, or tomorrow for SNH and Palworld. A lot of content, boys. A lot of shit going down. A lot of stuff happening. So let's have a good time. Let's have some fun. That's what we do every single night. I love you guys. Appreciate you. And I will see you on the next one, whatever that may be. Until then, you already know, man. Go be bigots and go be gooners. Bye.
I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you get.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Her dog, or her cat, was named Vagina. Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck Indiana Jones, put a ticket in, make her Lady Jack. Fuck Indiana, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in a queenie and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns!
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. 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 That's right!
Why the hell are you still here? Go on. Get out of here. Go play some video games.